Hey, Sarah here from Wicked Maths. I want to share with you what running my first marathon taught me about strategy and how it applies to your exams. I spent 4 months training for the marathon. I read books, did some internet research, asked questions, and I followed the training programme. I completed every last bit of the training and I did everything I was told to do. This didn't mean I was confident on race day. I was actually really nervous. 26.2 miles seemed a long way, especially as the training programme has only taken me as far as 18 miles in any one session. However, I was told to trust the programme. My instructions were to start at the back, to run slower than I would normally like to run, to drink plenty of water, and to have fun. So I began the race as the very last person. Even a guy pushing his baby in a pram overtook me as I crossed the start line. Worst of all, everyone ran off and left me. I couldn't even see another runner anywhere in the distance. My watch told me that whilst I was running slowly, I was running at a reasonable pace, but how could there be no one around me? Where were all the really old runners? Where were the ones carrying a slight injury? Where were the ones less fit than me? And above all, where were the other first-time marathoners? I couldn't have been the only one. I was alone. I was alone for 2 or 3 miles, around 30 or 40 minutes in a big running event. That's why there are so many pictures of me by myself, because I was. I got over my initial panic and began to concentrate on my breathing, running technique, the things that I'd worked on during training. I thought back to the programme which had told me to keep calm no matter what, stay relaxed and keep moving forwards. Around 4 miles I saw another runner in the distance. I didn't speed up because I was told to run at a consistent pace. But a few minutes later I caught up and passed him anyway. Little by little I began to pass more runners. Some were struggling, some had picked up injuries, and others had simply run off too fast at the start. Bad strategy. By the end of the marathon I had passed 440 other runners. Out of 3,000 people, 440 had had a worse strategy than me. 440 had started off quicker than they could manage over 26.2 miles. I couldn't believe it. In my first marathon, I had beaten 440 people without even trying. All I did was follow the training programme and on race day stick to my race strategy. That's it. I had the courage to stick to the plan even when the plan looked really, really wrong. I thought I knew strategy before I became a marathoner. I'm an experienced maths teacher and examiner. My job is all about strategy, and my entire sporting life has been about training programmes and reaching peak performance in competition. However, I've never been in such doubt. Recognising during the race that I was experiencing doubt, pushing the doubt away and cracking on anyway was a massive learning experience for me. It's made me realise that even having a bad strategy, so long as you stick to it, is better than having no strategy at all. I wonder about many of those 440 runners that I passed on marathon day. How many of them actually had a plan? How many of them stuck to it? The marathon has galvanised my position. When I teach about exam strategy, I speak not just from my experiences as a teacher and examiner, but as an athlete and a competitor also. The marathon has taught me more about strategy than anything else. So, I share this with you. Read about exam prep, make a training schedule for your exams, stick to that schedule, hone your exam strategy, and whatever you do, stick to that strategy on the big day. Have a plan, stick to it.